In this class, we discuss adaptations. Already previous class we discussed there are different kinds of organisms, how it is associated with the environment, and these organisms are how it is maintain the constant internal environment concepts we discussed, that are we call it is regulation and conformation, migration and suspend. Later we have discussed about the adaptations. Different kinds of organisms adapted to a particular environmental condition. Okay, different kinds of organisms adopted different kinds of environments to survive and also to live that areas. Okay, now we can see some of the organisms coping. Coping means survival. Some of the organisms coping in its environment, and also such a situation reproduce in its habitat. Okay, so first one, some of the organisms coping in their extreme in its environment condition. Extreme in its environment condition. Such a situation they are reproduce in their habitat. Next point. All the water requirement of kangaroo rats. All the water requirements of kangaroo rats in North American deserts. All the water requirement of kangaroo rats in North American deserts is fulfilled by internal oxidation of fats, and it can concentrate its urine. Minimum amount of water is used to release in the excretory products. Okay, here minimum amount of water it is used to release the excretory products. What is meant by here the kangaroo rat? Actually, this kangaroo rat not belongs to the real kangaroo. Okay, so it is a kangaroo rat. It is a rodent, a very small animal. It is look like a small kangaroo like that. Okay, so this kangaroo rat, they are living where? North American deserts. This kangaroo rat, the partial oxidation of fats to release in the water. It can concentrate its urine purpose. It can concentrate its urine. Minimum amount of water it can be utilized this kangaroo rat to release in the excretory product. So this is the one of adaptation feature in the North American deserts region. Deserts region, there is no water, so that's why here this kangaroo rat partially oxidize their fats. So as a result, some amount of water can be formed in their body. this water, how much amount of water it is required, that much of water can be utilized. So to releasing the excretory products. That's it. Next. One more adaptation. Plants wise, you can see many desert plants. Many desert plants have thick. Many desert plants have thick cuticle and stomata are formed like a dip in pits like that. Okay, some of the desert plants, the epidermis outer side, the presence of thick cuticle and stomata are formed like a dip in pits. For which purpose? These are reducing the water loss. Okay, these are present reducing the main function. These thick cuticle and stomata are present in deep pits like that. So what will happen? It is reducing the water loss. Reducing the water loss through transpiration. Through transpiration. How it is this? You can see. Some of the desert plant. Suppose for example it is a medium plant. Okay, so in this we can cut this medium leaf. So outer side you can see is the both upper outer epidermis, lower epidermis region. The presence of it is a thick waxy layer. The presence of it is the cuticle. This one. Presence of thick waxy layer. This is the cuticle. This is the upper epidermis. This is the upper epidermis. This is the inner epidermis. Upper epidermis, inner epidermis. So both sides can be covered by this the thick waxy layer. We call it is a cuticle. Whenever it is cuticle is present in both sides, inside of the water it cannot be entered into out. Next, stomata. See here, the lower surface region. The stomata, actually stomata are, it is a bean shape, it is present like this. So the stomata, how to form? This is the deep in pits. Deep pits like form. So a small hair like structures also present. So how much water it can be utilized? That much of water it can be evaporated through the process of transpiration. Through the haze only. That means reducing very less. The water evaporation is very less. So such a stomata we called sunken stomata. Such a stomata we called sunken stomata. Okay. Some of the desert plants have thick cuticle and stomata form like a dip in pits. So such a structures, what are the main function? Reducing the water loss through the process of transpiration. Suppose for example in the nerium, so upper epidermis, lower epidermis. Upper epidermis, lower epidermis, both sides are covered by thick cuticle. So that's why inside of the water is not evaporated out. So in some of the plants, epidermis region, the presence of stomata like deep in pits like that. So how much amount of water it can be utilized? So the remaining very less amount of water it can be evaporated through the stomata through transpiration. Such a stomata we call it is the sunken stomata. That means reducing the presence of the stomata, it reducing the water loss. Okay, so some of the desert plants. Some of the desert plants are adapted to like this manner to live there such a situation. Next, one more adaptation, a special photosynthetic pathway. You can see here cam plants. So cam plants means cross-Eurasian metabolism plants. Example cacti. Example cactus. So a special photosynthetic pathway, the plants such as there is a cam plants. So these plants stomata is closed during the daytime. Stomata is closed during the daytime and stomata will be open during the night time. Okay, so a special photosynthetic pathway, you can see some of the cam plants, that means cross-Eurasian metabolism plants. Suppose for example it is a cactus. So in such a plants, the stomata will be closed during the daytime and the stomata will be open. The stomata will be open at night time. So this is the one of the special adaptation in these plants. Next, one more example we'll see. Opuntia plant. So in this Opuntia plant, the leaves are completely modified. Okay, here the leaves are modified to form spines and stem is modified to form flattened leaf-like structure. Flattened leaf-like structure. See, here is the Opuntia. In the Opuntia plant, this is the stem part. The stem is modified to form, it is the flattened leaf-like structures. So this flattened leaf-like structure, it can perform the photosynthesis. Okay, greenish color is present like this. And then the leaves, what are the leaves are present on the stem? The leaves are, it is modified to form, it is the spines. The spines which purpose are used for protection from animals. Okay, so these are the one of the special adaptation. Once again see, so the Opuntia plant, you can see the leaves are modified to form, it is the spines, and stem is modified to form, it is a flattened leaf-like structure. So the flattened leaf-like structure, so it is perform the photosynthesis. Okay, the spines are used for protection. Okay, this is also one of the adaptation character. Next, some of the mammals in the colder climates, having it is the shorter ears and also limbs are present. So the shorter ears and limbs to reducing the heat loss. What is this one? To reducing the heat loss. That means to minimize the heat loss. To minimize the heat loss. So that's why this is rule we call it is Allen's rule. Okay. Some of the colder climates, the mammals have shorter ears and also shorter limbs are present. So whenever the shorter ears and shorter limbs, to minimize the heat loss. So that's such a rule we call it is Allen's rule. The scientist Allen, the scientists is the Allen, they discovered this process. They identified this process. So that's why the organisms are to live in such a climatic conditions. Next, polar seas. Polar seas. The polar in the polar seas, the aquatic mammals, the aquatic mammals such as seals. The aquatic mammals, what are they? Seals. The seals skin inner side, a thick fat is present. Okay, so that's why here it is act as an insulator. It is act as a insulator. So that's why what will happen? It reducing the loss of body heat. It reducing the loss of body heat. So this is the one of the adaptation. So in the polar seas, such as particularly in the some of the aquatic animals, okay, that organism name such as it is the seals. The seals skin inner side, the presence of a thick fat. So it is act as an insulator. So it is reducing the loss of body heat. So this is also one of the adaptation character in the aquatic mammals in the polar seas region. Polar seas regions. Once again, see here this one, some of the colder climatic conditions. The mammals having a shorter ears and shorter limbs are present. So what will happen to minimize the heat loss? So this process, its process is described by scientist is Allen's rule. So as this based upon, it is minimize the heat loss. So organisms can survive and live there. And polar seas, okay, the polar seas, some of the aquatic mammals such as it is the seals. So the skin inner side, the presence of a thick fat. This thick fat here act as an insulator. The thick fat here act as a insulator. So that's why what will happen here, mainly particularly, it reducing the loss of body heat. Okay, so this is the one of the adaptation, some of the organisms. That means polar seas in the aquatic mammals and also polar climatic condition, some of the mammals. Adaptive features. Next, one more adaptation feature. Next, some of the organisms or a person move to the higher altitudes. That means higher altitudes means some of the organisms or a person move to the higher altitudes. Higher altitudes means how much? Here more than, it is the 3,500 meters. So higher altitudes to develop a altitude sickness. Okay, some of the organisms or a person move to the higher altitudes. That means more than, it is a 3,000, it is a 500, okay, meters. So as a result, that means here develop the altitude sickness. So to develop the altitude sickness, what are the symptoms? The symptoms such as nausea and fatigue and heart palpitations. Okay, what are the symptoms? Whenever it is altitude sickness is found, what are the symptoms? Here nausea and fatigue and heart palpitations are found. So nausea means here vomiting, and fatigue means tiredness. Heart palpitation means the abnormal. The heart beating is abnormality that maintain. That are the symptoms of this altitude sickness. Due to this main low atmospheric pressure at a high altitudes. Okay, low atmospheric pressure at high altitudes, the availability of oxygen is less. That means the oxygen availability. What is this one? The oxygen availability is decreases. That means the body does not get enough oxygen. Okay, the body does not get enough oxygen. So what will you do? In such a situation, the body compensating low oxygen availability, increasing the red blood cells production. The body compensates the availability of oxygen low, increasing the red blood cells production. And due to this situation, the body compensates the binding capacity of hemoglobin with oxygen decreases. As a result, here increasing the rate of respiration. So this is the organisms are adapted such a situation. Once again, see. So the symptoms, what are they? Nausea and fatigue and heart palpitations at a low atmospheric pressure condition. At higher altitudes, here the enough oxygen, the availability of oxygen enough. That means low oxygen is present. So that means here particularly the body does not get enough oxygen. The body does not get enough oxygen. So during its situation, the body compensates, decreasing the binding capacity of hemoglobin with oxygen. As a result, it is increasing the rate of respiration. That's it. This is the altitude sickness. Here sometimes they are asking the 3 marks question point of view. Okay, and adaptation for 5 marks question point of view is very important. Once again, see, some of the organisms or a person move towards the higher altitudes. That means more than 3,500 meters to develop the altitude sickness. So the symptoms such as it is nausea and fatigue and heart palpitations. At low atmospheric pressure, in this situation, due to this low atmospheric pressure, at higher altitudes, the body does not get enough oxygen. Okay, the body does not get enough oxygen. So in this situation, what will happen? In low oxygen availability, it is increasing the red blood cells production. The body compensates, decreasing the binding capacity hemoglobin with oxygen. So as a result, here increasing the rate of respiration. By increasing the rate of respiration, that means breathing is increases. So this is the altitude sickness. Okay, next, and one more, you can say adaptation. Some of the desert lizards, some of the behavioral changes we can observe in different desert regions. So these desert lizards, whenever it is temperature is more, okay, temperature is more, their behavior, what will you do? It move towards the shaded areas. And also like that bass, it is a forest like organism. Whenever the sunlight is transferred into such a bass, so temperature is more, automatically outside temperature is more, so the organism move towards the shaded area. So this all these are, it is a behaviorally changes, the organisms are adapted. Suppose for example in our body, suppose we are staying so nearly it is 45 degrees centigrade, 40 above degrees centigrade, here few minutes you can stay. What you are feel? You feel like that this temperature is high in the atmosphere. So what you are think yourselves? We are moved towards the shaded area, like that. That means what is this? This is what you are. If you are think after that, we are moved towards the shaded area. That means these are the, what is this? Behaviorally changes. So behaviorally changes. So some of the organisms are live in and particular different areas. They live in a particular areas. So like that, it is the some of the deserts and bars. So behavioral changes as a result, they are moved towards the shaded area. So this is the one of the that means adaptations. These are the adaptation of different organisms. Okay, so these are the population. These are the populations features. All this in this chapter, population and organism. Sorry, in this chapter, this is the organisms and populations. So organisms are what we have discussed. It is what are the abiotic factors and also responses to abiotic factors, and also these are the adaptation in different organisms, not populations. Okay, so next we are going to discuss is the population attributes.